Hey YouTube, today we're reviewing the Avengers movie. We'll be doing this in 3 parts.
First, we're going to talk about the Marvel movies that led up to this movie.
Second, we'll be reviewing the Avengers movie itself.
And lastly, we're going to compare this to the upcoming Dark Knight Rises.
Yesterday, I saw the Marvel movie marathon at the theater, so I got to see all 6 movies leading up to the Avengers at midnight showing.
Man, I wish I saw that marathon. That would have been sick. Unfortunately, I didn't see the marathon, and also, I missed 2 of the movies. That would be Iron Man 2 and The Incredible Hulk.
I'll lead off with the Incredible Hulk. That movie was incredibly slow. The only good part was Arwen.
Captain America wasn't the greatest Marvel movie, but I liked it.
You know, I didn't like that movie at all. I thought the writing was subpar to bad.
As for Thor, I think Thor is actually the best Marvel movie leading up to the Avengers. Actually, scratch that. I think it was actually the best Marvel movie ever made.
You know, I really like Thor too. The Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman story and the relationship, that was awesome.
I agree.
However, the problem is the whole Asgard storyline with, you know, all that going on didn't really work for me.
I felt that Iron Man was a pretty good movie. I liked the trial and error that Tony Stark had to go through to get his Iron Man suit to work.
No, Iron Man was a great movie. The only thing is, there was only one character in the entire movie. That was Robert Downey Jr. The rest of the cast you could have replaced with cardboard cutouts and it would have the same effect. As a second movie, my friend here hasn't seen it. I would have to say it was better than the first. It was clearly better. It had a more interesting villain, but pretty much the same. The Avengers is a movie of Marvel heroes coming together to defend the planets.
However, they all just can't get along. Tony Stark is arrogant and self-serving. Nick Fury isn't telling them everything they need to know. And Hulk is just smashing things.
You see, for me, the movie started out slow, picked up in the middle, and then ended with a bang.
I originally thought that Thor was the best Marvel movie. But after seeing the Avengers, I think it just beats it out. It gets you right into the action right away. And it does a great job of introducing the heroes.
What worked for me was Robert Downey. I mean, he was the best actor by far. However, unlike an Iron Man, in this movie he had a great cast to bounce off lines.
I completely agree with that. What I also liked was the CG. It was extremely well done in this movie, much better than in most other movies. It looked great. It actually looked real too.
The CG in this movie was amazing, especially the SHIELD airship. Another part was when Iron Man's suit started getting messed up from all the battle. That really did it for me.
Yeah, I agree. That was extremely well done. I also thought the writing of this movie was extremely well done as well. There wasn't too much drama in the movie, but there was lots of great humor and lots of intense action.
I thought the movie had the best writing of the 6. There was good dialogue, some hilarious lines, but it didn't awe me.
The actors, I swear, it feels like the actors were actually made for their roles. They played their roles perfectly. And not only that, they had great chemistry together. They all worked together really well.
No, I concur. They all worked.
Finally, something we agree on.
Well, we did agree on the CG.
That's right, we did.
While we both enjoyed the movie, we do have our criticisms about it.
Personally, I love the movie, but it does have its flaws.
To start with Loki, I thought he gave a good performance, but, I mean, they already showed that they could beat him in Thor. He couldn't even fight one of the Avengers himself. What was the point? I mean, he wasn't a good villain.
I thought he was a pretty good villain, but I do agree that he didn't seem too threatening. It was almost like as if he wasn't even trying to fight. Now, one continuity flaw I'd like to point out, or maybe just dumb flaw, I guess, is that there was a scene, and this ain't any spoiler, there was a scene where Thor was in a field and he was just waiting in front of his hammer. And then it cut to the heroes getting prepared for battle, and it took like a few minutes to show this scene. And then after that, Thor grabs his hammer. What was he doing? Just staring at his hammer for like 3 minutes and then picking it up?
If I have to think about it, there just weren't that many. It's called, it wasn't a perfect movie, but there weren't a lot that I really wanted to point out. So that's pretty good.
I completely agree. There weren't too many flaws. I mean, seriously, that flaw of him staring at his hammer isn't too big a deal. I just think it's kind of weird. It's not really a big flaw, though.
Pretty much. So that was our review of the Avengers. Now we'll do numbers. What's yours?
I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with 7.8. That brings our average to 8.7.
8.7, still, still a pretty solid movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, stay tuned for our next video, which will be when we compare this to the upcoming Dark Knight Rises.